Hi everyone, once again. So, welcome as we look at the reports module of this EABC system. So, the reports module is just all about generating reports, different kind of types of reports depending on what you want. There's a feature inside the system that enables you to, auto send an email as long as you just put who you're sending it to and your CC. But that might be a challenge for this because I have tried the SMTP password, but then it doesn't pick correctly for what reasons known. But that is something that we can always just adjust. But anyway, we'll just see how the reports are generated and what reports it gives. So in the report center, we have our monthly OEE score, our PM compliance rate, our MTR trend, just basically a KPI dashboard to see. And then we have 5 core reporting modules, that is the asset lifecycle and reliability, the breakdown and RCA analytics, the maintenance and audit readiness, then the inventory and procurement, and the financial or return of investment performance. And then we have the recently generated reports. So we'll to generate a report, you just click on one of the modules, for instance, the asset lifecycle reliability, and then it starts the process, which is basically 3 steps. But since we already picked our type of report in step 1, we're already now in step 2. So we can choose what range of selection we want to see. That is in the last 30 days, in the quarter or year to date. So it will be the last 30 days, that is between 17th of April to 17th of May, or the last quarter, which will be 17th of Feb to 17th of May, or year to date, that's the beginning of the year up to now. So depending on what you want to see, so we can choose maybe last quarter. And then the scope, you can choose whether you want different selected machines or the whole section as a whole. That is depending on if it's the weaving section, the milling section, or if you want the whole department. That is based on the engineering scope. You can choose. So if I was to choose machines, I could choose a selection, but if I choose the whole section, the section will be weaving. Now if I choose the whole department, I can't. Alright, right. This is a bug. Anyway, let's select machine, and the machine is under weaving. I think if we choose the whole selection, we can't choose the machine. Right, this is what I was trying to say. If we choose the department, I can also select a specific machine, but if I select a machine, I would get the machines registered under the system and the machine that has, is available for reporting. So if I choose this machine to be machine 1, and then you have different report metrics, that is the MTBF, mean time before failure, then there's the MTTR, mean time to repair, then there's the operational availability in percentage, then the unscheduled downtime in hours, that is the total downtime impact for the period, and then there's the failure rate, and then there's the asset health score. So that is the report metrics that you can get under this module for asset reliability configuration. So let's just click on all of them, and you can choose whichever format we want. So let's just choose Excel, PDF, that is. If I finalize, we get the finalized point where you see the report type, the time range, the selected asset, the output format, and then you can choose to copy to a specific email, or you can choose to send to person ABC or CC and have a subject and write a short message such as PFA. But the SMTP, the simple mail transfer protocol, seems to be bringing an issue. That will be a challenge. But what we can see here is that I've already indicated. We will go back in settings and you will see that there is a URL that I've indicated to pick this sign off. So if I was to send an email and it would pick, you would get this sign off. And then you can choose to schedule a recurring monthly version of the email so as to auto generate on every 1st of the month. And you can just include the cover page in the PDF. So this would be the cover page. Basically has the company name, the type of report it is, then it has the machine and under what. So if it was even in different scopes, you would see a change in this. This is reporting period engineered for the weaving section, right? But do we need this? No, because I don't think it will pick. Let me generate the report and see. Any moment, right? So the report itself looks like this. You have your scope is for assets, and the scope target was machine 1, department of production, reported by this guy. Selected metrics are this and this and this, and it will give you the data result as an overview. And then you can see the report control status, it's ready, format is PDF, generate at this time, then the file name is this is generated for the system. And you can see the VAT as well over time. So for that machine, we've had this amount before VAT, that is a split of maintenance and breakdown VAT, and then the store cost. So it comes down to this. Then the average maintenance before failure, the average MTTR in hours, then the store availability. You can just customize this. Now, understand that once you've already scheduled for a report and put the CCs and all the email transfer capabilities, it's already sent. But then you can just download what you want to see. So for this, I can select whatever downtime trend I want to see. If it's daily, if it's weekly, it shifts. If it's monthly, it still does the same thing. If it's quarterly, now if it's quarterly, the good thing is it shows you that there was a downtime trend in quarter 2, and then it breaks down this report in a Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 monthly view. That's why you see a Q2 had a downtime in 26.37 hours in May, and then you see the downtime assets was machine 1, and that was the downtime in hours. And then you can see the ranking by section. So one incident was 26.4, and the percentage is at 98.8 performance. Then the downtime asset rate in hours is that. Then executive insights, repair cycles are taking longer than ideal, prioritize response time and spares readiness. Then most incidents are driven by electrical address repeat causes with targeted PM and RCA actions. And several parts are at below or minimum stock, of which you could see in the inventory in the previous video. We indicated a low stock. So consider dynamic reorder points for critical spares. So you can have that. You can just print it out or download. Let's just download as PDF for now, and should prompt something. Right, let's do that. So yeah, let's look at this, and we have our asset reliability report. It has all our KPIs, it has the asset reliability metrics given, it has, now understand that the header is shown in every page as required in a normal formal report. So in the second sheet we have it gives the asset reliability charts. The charts gives I think an introduction, then the downtime trend, then the highest downtime contributors, then the availability by section in percentage. So all these rates are calculated. Anything else? Right. Then there is the executive insights, the cost and VAT summary, then the asset reliability metric commenter. So this gives you a whole bunch of executive notes regarding the metrics that you've chosen. So this for the MTBF, then for the MTTR, then for operational availability percentage and scheduled downtime in hours, failure rate, and asset health score. So our asset health score is at 88, and I think if we went back to maybe uptime rate, we would see it's at 88.8%. Then the top contributors and exceptions. So I don't know. Let's see where our asset is at. It's at 89.8, and I think that is I think this is already updated. So from 88.8, so I think it's upgraded to 89.8. So that's how it works. So that is the asset reliability report module. We can try a different module. Let's see. Let's close this and let's try maybe a different breakdown analytics for RCA. So we can choose maybe last 30 days section, weaving. Actually, let's not even choose weaving. Let's just choose the whole section, or we can choose our machine asset. So metrics for the breakdown analytics configuration, you have our total incidents, total downtime in hours, the MTTR, the estimated production loss. I think that is the MTD that you've seen in the KPI window of the report section. There is the root cost distribution, then there is the breakdown heat map. We can do this as whichever format. Let's try Excel. So reports recorded, you can indicate who you want to send to and whatnot. Let's generate the report. Right, so now we have the section, scope is a section. Exactly, the scope is not an asset anymore, it comes back to a section. Scope target is weaving, then reported by this, then a selected metrics, then the report control, then the cost and VAT summary, then as well the incident chart view that you can always choose what you want to see, say weekly, shifts. Total incident is one that we included in our breakdown section. Total downtime, then estimated availability. I think if we went to breakdown, we'll see our uptime to be right. I think the availability shifts. Let's see, that's a register, and it probably should be something different. I should have saved that, but anyway, let's try again. 30 days, section weaving, whole section, and click all parameters and finalize. What else? Let's just generate the report. And then so this is where we are. So executive insights, then there's a breakdown log that has a data table with the date, asset, the title, the status, and duration. So this is for the breakdown. Let's try and download it as an Excel just to see. And there it is. Let's open it and see what we have. Right, so now in our breakdown analytics report, we have the breakdown analytics from period and the report, the category, department, the range, the scope models by section, the scope is weaving, it's generated this time, then the metrics selected, and then we have a bunch of breakdown analytics metrics and the value and the insights as well. So this makes reporting very simple, very easy to go with, and that's basically it. So to save on time, let's look at what the metrics for maintenance and audit readiness have. So it has PM schedule adherence. So if our PM schedule adherence or compliance rate was less than 100, it will give that the SOP validation score. Now the idea for this SOP validation score was that we could upload an SOP, the system to read it, and then to recommend for us that as per what we are doing, which SOP is not being complied or which SOP is not being adhered to. Then we can have our audit readiness, technician compliance ranking, and critical audit gaps. Then the late or overdue preventive maintenance task. So basically, the report handles a bunch of many modules. So depending on what module you want to see, you can get that, and then you can get your recently generated reports on this table. So like this one, as I said, navigation. This is page 1 out of 2. You can go to page 2 and see the remaining selection of reports. So that's how it works. That's the history. The history will give you now everything, and you'll see that they're all ready, what format you chose. First one you chose in Excel, and that is the Excel that we've seen in the system. So that's how it works. It's a pretty interesting system. It helps with reporting and all that, so it's good. I like it. I hope you also like it. It was fun creating it. Next, we'll look at system or admin controls. That is basically to see how technicians are managed, user credentials are given, and whatnot. And that will be probably one of the last videos. Actually, no. Before this, we should do the dashboard. So next, we'll do the dashboard, and then after the dashboard, we will do the settings and admin controls. Then we will finish up on the system, and will be the final touches of Opsloom EABC system. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye bye.